Good afternoon. We're here on the Prairie Sunrise again, and I want to talk a little bit about the structural aspects of like this particular home and what we at Northridge Homes provides to the customer as a general contractor that's behind the scenes that you may not see. Obviously, not every general contractor is able to provide this, but the good ones, the good quality guys, they should all be doing the same thing. Now, where I'm going with that is, you can see above me and slightly behind me here, there's a big triple girder truss. There's another one on the other side of the camera here, and there's a quad girder truss on the other end of the house. And when you're picking a home design, typically those home designs, they're generic in some ways. They can go on any lot. And then you have to make adjustments for how it's going to fit that lot. So with that, at Northridge Homes, for instance, this floor plan, when it came in, it was originally started out as a floor plan. The general idea was online. It got completely, the layout got completely changed, and a bunch of the aspects of a different floor plan got brought into this one. The rooms got bigger, etc. So through all those changes, then we finished the floor plan, and we took that to engineering and had the trusses engineered. When all that information came back from truss engineering, then we at Northridge Homes took that engineering information and transferred that into the floor plan. And working with our designer, we then took the loads that things like these big trusses bring to the outside wall and made sure we covered that in the foundation. Now, the reason that's important is with today's wide open floor plans that everybody wants a great room, an open dining room and kitchen and all these big rooms, which are awesome to build, but that means that then your roof system is really carried on some really big trusses that may carry one whole side of your house. The load's all transferred onto that truss. That truss is spread across the house and transferred to 2 points in the wall, is carrying everything or half of what's going on in this room. So with that, you can imagine that the load that gets transferred to the foundation in that one spot can be huge. So as an example, on this particular floor plan, those loads and these points that I'm talking about at the end of these triples and at the end of that quad that's at the other end of the house, that load got transferred by adding, we built posts in the wall that are, some of them are 4 2x6s wide that transfer down to the top of the foundation. The foundation itself has extra rebar in those locations. And then at the footing level, we extended our footing to a foot deep, 4 feet square, and 2 layers of rebar mat inside of it, so that those loads, when this loads with snow and all that transfers to those points, that it doesn't crack your foundation and then you have moving. Because sometimes that may not, you might have 2 good winters and then a really bad winter, and you don't even know that you have a problem 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road. We here are trying to cover that ahead of time, make sure that you have a solid home and that it's built to last the test of time. And it takes that extra behind the scenes work and care for the product to really create that home. Now, that being said, one thing to know is technically, under the permitting system, that is not the job of the county or city or the inspector's job. As long as the house drawings meet standard code for energy and size and etc., as long as the trusses were designed by a truss engineer and have his stamp, and as long as the foundation meets minimum code, everything's good. It'll all get signed off. That's all that's covered by the municipality inspector. So that extra work to make sure that those loads are transferred and the foundation is made to accept those loads and prevent problems is all on the general contractor. And if your general contractor is what we call a paper contractor, doesn't really understand the building process, but they move a lot of subs on paper, that might not be happening for you. And that can get skipped in real high volume builders because it's about moving them as fast as they can move them. Here it's about the quality of product we give to each and every home we build.